everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the Risky Business Podcast. I am Russell, the Rock Rockport. She is.
Rowan Darkthorn. Great to see you. Hi, Rock. How you doing?
Oh man, it is so wonderful to be here with you, Rowan. I could tell you my last few days of life has been a struggle, and it's always a pleasure to sit here, talk to you, share the stuff that we share. I get so excited just by being here sharing this podcast with you. I could honestly tell all of our listeners I feel blessed to be working with such a wonderful person.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. I wish I could say the same. I'm joking.
I want to let everybody know that I absolutely feel blessed that she has come into my life and we can get this stuff done.
Well, I actually am very happy to be here with you as well. I may joke a lot with you, but I really do.
We have this crazy relationship where we typically do not get offended with what the other one says about us, and it may sound like a love-hate relationship, but what I like to call it is a love-fun relationship because we enjoy each other's company. At least I do. She might be pulling the wool over my eyes, but I will be honest, I love her company. But today we are going to be talking about celebrities. Do you have a celebrity that you're fascinated with? Is there somebody out there that you are just dying to get in the bed? Or is there somebody that you're just dying to fuck right now? Who is that one celebrity or two, or for some of us, 50 celebrities that that titillizes you enough to where maybe you can step out. I know that my wife and I have this game that there's one person that is the hall pass. Don't have to ask for permission. If you have that opportunity, you can take it. Does that exist with you? We want to have you write in and tell us. Maybe we'll do like a top 10 list of what our listeners like.
I think that would be great. That'd be a great idea.
Just send us in who your celebrity is and we can start putting that together. But Rowan, do you have a celebrity?
I have several. I have several.
Hang on 1 minute. Let me have the I'm shocked moment.
Do you, are male or female?
Whatever is, I want to hear your at least top three, whatever
Okay.
category you want.
I would say my top three would be Charlie Hunnam. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. Hunnam.
Sons of Anarchy?
Yes, yes. And Denzel Washington, goes without saying, needs no introduction. And probably Gal Gadot.
I'm not sure who that last person is.
Wonder Woman?
Oh, the female.
Yes,
The Wonder Woman
yes.
herself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that would even be possible
Whew.
if we were just to say Wonder Woman herself, because I didn't know that it was possible that somebody can actually have sex with themselves, because I always thought you were Wonder Woman.
Yeah, no, she is something else.
I know you got a magic lasso.
I do.
I know that that can be something that can be used to tie somebody up, that magic lasso, and it works all on its own.
I do have some restraints, but it's the different kind.
I'm pretty sure that you have an invisible jet.
Oh, no,
Not
no.
going to say
It's in
where
the
that invisible jet is.
it's in the shop.
So, anyways, so let's talk about each and every one of those people first to start off with.
Mm-hmm.
So, your favorite is Charlie. Is his name? We'll call him Charlie the Hun because I don't know how to pronounce his last name either. Tell me about him. What gets you excited about Charlie?
Oh, he is so pretty, and I don't, mm, just picturing him in my brain, he is fine. Those muscles, the way he moves, yes. His hands, I love them. Great.
What was your favorite role, favorite character? What was the one that really got you over with him?
When he played King Arthur in The Legend of the Sword.
That was him?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to see that movie now because I remember seeing the cover of it, and I thought it was Heath Ledger.
No, Heath Ledger was already dead.
I could
Who
tell
was
you,
also hot and quite a waste.
yes, one of the most wasted talents ever. I mean, that guy was so good, it wasn't even funny, and everything that he did, he was amazing in.
He really was.
I remember watching The Sons of Anarchy, and my wife and a few of her friends were just all about him. And then when he came out and showed that he actually had a accent, that what a phenomenal actor. I watched 4 or 5 seasons of that show and had no idea that he had an accent. He worked so hard to make
He's
his
British.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
when that accent came out, oh my god, my wife just melted every time she heard his talk.
Oh yeah. That accent will get you every time. Every
Yeah,
time.
that one there and Australian are the ones that seem like gets the
Mm,
women the most excited.
yes. Okay, I'm sorry.
Tell us a little bit about some of the visions that you have, some of the little fantasies that you've had with this guy.
I don't really have specific fantasies with him. I really don't. I just think he's fine, and I don't have fantasies about him. I just think
Just let him have his way with you, huh?
he could do whatever the hell he wanted.
And then you said Denzel.
He could also do whatever the hell he wanted. So could Keanu Reeves, for that matter. If you want to, if you want to know the truth,
Okay, just to let you all know, here comes the list. We'll
I
be
have a
up to
couple.
about 10 before you know it.
I have a couple. I just thought you wanted me to think about it, so I thought I got three women that I think are absolutely gorgeous, hot, sexy, and then I got three guys. So I just was
You know what
trying
would
to
be
be
kind of
well
fun?
rounded. Mm.
We could put Rowan's top 10 and see what women agree with you on your top 10 on the website. Just go in there and vote which one you like better.
Oh yeah, we can definitely put a poll in there.
Yeah, let's put a poll in there. Rowan's top 10, and we'll see what our listeners like as far as female. And we could probably put the Rock's top three. I don't get overly excited about celebrities, but I do have three. And your last one was Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. She is smoking.
That's one movie I have yet to see.
You'll buy it as soon as you see it.
I loved her appearance. I think it was in Batman versus Superman. I think it was that movie.
That was just like a hint that you were going to see her, just like you just got a hint of Aquaman.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa. Whew, wait a minute, let me add another name to my list. Jason Momoa.
So we'll put
Whew.
Rowan's top 50. And then after we do that, you can vote on which of the top 50 is number one. That will be an interesting thing to put on our website. I would like to see what our listeners think about that one.
Who is that
I'll never
guy?
forget that scene.
Which scene?
I'll never forget that scene, and I think it was Superman versus Batman when she came in. I was just sitting there watching it, going, "Oh, this is fantastic!" And I could not wait for the movie to come out. But the problem is there was so many superhero movies that came out. I really started losing my interest in the superhero movies. They were just one right after another, and I never did go see Wonder Woman. But I thought it was a fantastic scene, and I was excited about it. And she definitely is a looker.
So you don't really like the Marvel or the DC universes?
I'm not even going to even guess how many actual comic books I have. I can't even tell you.
Are you more of a DC or a Marvel?
Oh, Marvel. But I like DC too. I like
Marvel? I'm more DC.
one more big difference between Rowan and I, and you will start noticing more and more as we go. I've always been a Marvel fan because the Marvel had always been a very intense characters. I mean, there's the characters are really bad, but the problem with DC is there was a time in the 90s where they got really watered down and they lost my interest. But then when they brought Azrael to Batman, oh my God, I'm such a comic book nerd. Once they brought him in there and he was such a badass, I started liking DC again.
I've always liked DC. It's always been the darker. I don't know. Maybe I'm just attracted to the dark.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So, anyways, share us a little bit about Wonder Woman. What are your fantasies about her?
Ooh, I would like to just take that Wonder Woman outfit off of her, wrap her in her own lasso, and have my way.
There you go.
Hmm.
Has you seen her in any other movies besides Wonder Woman?
Before I had seen her there, no, no. I don't even. Has she been in anything else? I don't. I don't spend a lot of my time obsessing over celebrities. Usually, I obsess over them during whatever movie I'm watching, and then maybe for a short time after that, and then I'm done until I see it again or see them again. I have
Yeah.
a very short attention span when it comes to that.
Yeah, and that is, I think, probably the norm with most people.
Yeah, my I have too many other things to draw my attention, so I I'll think about them in passing here and there if I see a clip from a movie or if I'm watching the movie or see something that reminds me of it, then that's one thing. But otherwise, I have far too many other things that I tend to focus on. What about you, Rock? What do you think about?
Well, it's no secret to anybody that has even had a somewhat of a conversation about celebrities with me that knows my all-time favorite, Hayden Panettiere. I am so infatuated with Hayden Panettiere that I can't even see straight. She played a character in my all-time favorite TV show called Heroes. And when I say my all-time favorite TV show, there was only one season, even though they claimed to have three. There was only one. And that character in that season was just she had so much emotion within that character. She told such an amazing story. And then where I actually fell nuts over was actually in season two. Even though I said there wasn't a season two, the writers destroyed it. But when they turned her dark and turned her into the bad girl, oh my god, forget it.
So you like bad girls? Is that what you're saying? You like bad girls?
I do. I like bad girls. I absolutely love the bad girl, especially the one that she played, because she was on a whole nother level of bad. But she would be my unquestionable number one. And I would have to struggle for a number two, to be honest with you. I've had little crushes over the years. Allison Mack from Smallville was another one that I had a little crush over, and then she turned really bad girl in real life, which is pretty interesting. Of course, everybody's favorite sweetheart, which they try to say is Sandra Bullock. I'm not a big fan of Sandra Bullock. That pointy nose ruins it for me. She looks more like a little girl from the Who, from Whoville, from The Grinch That Stole Christmas. She got that pointy nose. Every time I look at her, I think of a Who now. I don't think that's her. I think that Julia Roberts is very underrated these days. She's still gorgeous. And I've also been a big fan of Demi Moore pre hippie years. I think those are mine.
Demi Moore in her Brat Pack years. Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic. Oh, you know what? I'm pulling a Rowan Darkthorn. Elizabeth Shue. Still hot today. All these years, still hot. She started hot. She's always been hot. And she's got that sweet and innocent hotness that is just forever. I can't explain it, but she is just. There was this movie where she was naked in too, and it was a movie of the old spin-off of, hang on, it's going to hit me, it's called Molly. The movie's called Molly, and it was a spin-off of that movie. It was actually a book called Flowers from Algernon, and they took a person who was autistic, I don't know what the exact word would be, and they gave him this like serum that over time they became intelligent, and they got more and more and more and more and more intelligent, and to where they became Einstein intelligence, just this ridiculous intelligence. And then it turned out that that formula was causing like challenges within the brain, and they would die from it. But they did the female version of that called Molly, and Elizabeth Shue was in that. And there was a scene where she was still growing in intelligence, but she was hitting that sexual spot in her life, and she walked into this restaurant where buck naked, and that scene alone was worth renting in the movie or buying it or having 12 copies.
That is so typical. Okay, that's fine. But she was naked. That made her hot.
I didn't buy the 13th copy because 13 is a bad number and it would ruin everything. So I stuck at 12. And then I ended up buying 12 TVs and having them all on those 12 TVs, that scene at the exact same time. And I almost spontaneously combusted.
You see, that's the difference. That's one of the biggest differences between men and women. We don't have to see them naked in order to get super excited about them. I don't think I've ever seen anybody on my list completely naked, shirtless maybe, but that's about it. And the women, I don't think at all, honestly. But I don't need that. Women don't need that in order to think somebody is over the top hot or to like push that person over the edge. We don't need that. We maybe we have better
I
imaginations.
will be honest. With Elizabeth Shue and with most of them, I haven't seen Hayden Panettiere naked, not one time. I don't even think that she's got photos out there of that. And I haven't looked for them, and she's still my number one girl. I don't need to see her naked. I absolutely love the woman, but I don't need to see her naked. But it sure is the cherry on top of the ice cream when it happens. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, sure.
Elizabeth Shue, all the way up to that point, didn't have any nudity in any of her stuff, and she wasn't like, where you could see everything. I don't believe. She was just there covering her chest, and she had that sexy booty, and man, it was something special.
Okay.
For guys, we like to see that stuff. It's great for us when we do that. When we get to see, our fantasy girl, our girl next door, or whatever it may be. It's not so much that it's something that we have to have, but we sure enjoy it.
That you don't have to have. Okay.
I
I
don't necessarily have to have it.
Most males that I have spoken with, that's their preference.
Of course, it's a preference.
Whether or not it happens or not is a preference. Whereas most women, you know, if if we can if we can look at some guy standing there in his Wrangler jeans or his Levi jeans and he's not wearing a shirt and he's working on something outside and his muscles are rippling under his skin and he's got a s- like a sheen of sweat on him and he that will send a woman over the edge so much faster than seeing him completely naked laying across the bed.
Of course.
Now we will get him naked and lay him across the bed, but that's not what gets our motor running. Our motor gets running because we see all this sexy trimmings that are around it.
But let's be honest when we're talking about that. Let's be honest. The woman's body is just nicer looking. I mean, it's
Oh,
got the
I'm not going to
curves
disagree.
to it. You disagree?
No, I'm not going to disagree.
The woman's body is just so much more elegant. It's so much more a piece of art. I mean, when you look at the curves and you look at, just the whole detail of the woman's body. It is one of the most beautiful pieces of art, for lack of a better word, that's out there. I mean, however you want to describe how people came to be as far as gorgeousness, the woman's body is absolutely top notch.
Well, artists from forever will agree with you on that, but there are also quite a few aspects of the male figure that are artistic as well. You know, You look at it through a very heterosexual lens, and it's different for, you know, me. 'Cause I look at it through a bisexual lens. So I think men and women are equally beautiful. Their bodies are equally beautiful. But if I'm gonna see one or the other, if I want to see one or the other completely naked, I'd rather see a female completely naked than a male. I don't know why.
Thank you for tuning in to Risky Business today. I am the Rock Russell Rockport. She is
Rowan Darkthorn. See you between the sheets.
Stay Naughty.
Don't be left out. Hit that subscribe, that follow, that like, ring the bell, whatever it takes to join us in the dark.
And you can come sit by me. I have all the cookies.